Hello judges, my name is BILAL QAZI. This is my entry into the NITOC qualifier for the Rainbow Classic. The name of my poetry piece is The Four Seasons, Excerpts from Tumblr and How I Found Myself. I'll begin my speech. 3, 2, 1. There will come a day, boy, when you will stand alone, forced to bear the world by yourself. When the farmer cracks shut the barnyard door and his animals shiver in the biting cold. And then, in winter, there will come the harsh winds and strip the skin from your flesh, Zephyr's torment, which you must bear alone and in that biting storm. Query, loneliness. 1/3 of Americans reported feeling, quote, extreme loneliness, with the American Psychiatric Association dubbing it an epidemic in 2024. And as the chains bind you down, you're fettered and you buckle, screaming and pleading for a release from your restraints each and every evening, as Atlas did when he first held up the world. Query, overwhelmed. 20 million Americans report feeling, quote, extremely overwhelmed every single day as of 2019. And as winter fades, so do your chains. With the restraints glimmering, sun-kissed, in the morning sun, and angry you thunder out, searching for what you possibly could have been kept away from. And you embark upon that mountain, that proverbial Olympus of which you dreamed, for you thought that freedom was held at its peak. And so you go and you peek over the edge, but all that you see is miles of free fall with rocks at the bottom. And you get it now. Those chains that held you down, the storm, they were trying to make a better you. Those chains that held you down, held you back from that terrible fate of which you sought and thought was your perfect destiny. So you turn over a new leaf and you bid the world adieu. For living without a banister in winter could be the best thing to ever happen to you. And as the snow melts, so came spring, when I saw the clouds part and the sunbeams kissed my face, and I felt the warm hope and love of sweet dawn's embrace. But that only lasted for so long, for summer drowned spring's sweet song, and I begged the clouds for more rain. Gossamer skies for a silky, wet song, for the sun to just go away, and for a night that lasted twice as long. Query, depression. 280 million people worldwide struggle with depression every day. And I wish that I could forget myself as the black boots squish against the soft loam, an arcing wind blots out the skies, the whirlwind begins to take physical form, and gray blots out my mind. Brain fog, definition, a characterization of extreme lack of clarity. And as the rising winds buffet me, I feel like a balloon which has floated too high, and I wish nothing more but for the old me to die, for I don't want to be myself as long as I'm alive. Definition, dissociation, noun, the overwhelming urge to forget who you are. But the rain only lasts for so long. The song eventually ends, and though the rain wipes away the person who I became, it does so only for a short while. And as I stand there dripping wet, I look at myself, no more than who I was before. Still me, just a little damp. And then, finally, came fall. And I asked myself about my lie in April. Because if I could be anyone, I said, 100,000 faces all shifting and squirming, I think I would leave them all behind. Instead, turning to my imperfect self in winter, summer, and spring, who's now glowing golden in the autumn. So, with a collection of poems from anonymous Tumblr users about each of the 4 seasons, and statistics from the American Psychiatric Association, the WHO, and the CDC, this has been the four seasons, how I found myself despite living without a banister. Thank you.